Happy Monday, everyone. This is Martha with Nature Niche. I want to wish you a happy National Pollinator Week. So for this week, I thought I would focus on some less well-known pollinator plants. You hear a lot and think about often some of the basic ones, the different milkweeds for monarchs, coneflowers, that sort of thing. But I wanted to highlight some less well-known species and help you kind of think about a more diverse pollinator planting. So hop tree is a great species to consider. It is the host plant for the giant swallowtail butterfly. So if you want these guys in your garden, it helps to have the larval host plant for the species. Wild senna is a great herbaceous plant. It is the host plant for cloudless sulfur, which looks like that. Wild strawberry, which is, I think, just a great workhorse, really solid ground cover across a lot of site conditions. That is the it provides nectar for a bunch of different butterflies, including coral hairstreak, gray hairstreak, eastern-tailed blue, and silvery blue. And it is the host plant for grizzled skipper. The blazing stars in the genus Liatris are really great pollinator plants as well. They provide nectar for butterfly species such as the wood nymph. Cup plant and prairie dock in the Silphium genus are others to consider. They provide nectar for a wide variety of butterfly species, and their coarse foliage and tall flowers really add height to butterfly planting. And then goldenrod species. A lot of people avoid goldenrods because they think they cause allergies. That's actually ragweed that's blooming at the same time. And goldenrods are a really important source of nectar for a variety of butterflies, and they also provide late season pollinator support because most of them flower in late summer through fall. So that would support species like clouded sulfur, the monarch butterfly as it's migrating through, viceroys, gray hairstreak, silver bordered fritillary, pearl crescent, common wood nymph, and eastern tailed blue. No pollinator planting is complete without one of our great native grass species. A lot of folks don't necessarily associate grasses with our native pollinators, but they are very important to supporting them. Big blue stem, as an example, is the host plant for cobweb skipper as well as dusted skipper. So, an example, dusted skipper. This species is special concern in Michigan, so may be listed as threatened or endangered in the future. Little blue stem, similarly, is the host plant for those two skipper species, as well as Indian, crossline, and hobo mock skippers. Bottle brush grass is the host plant for northern pearly-eye and little wood satyr, and switchgrass is a host plant for the Delaware skipper. So try to build in grasses into your pollinator planting. And lastly, I wanted to discuss some maybe less well-known hummingbird plants. So a lot of folks think about maybe the tubular flowers on our native honeysuckles, wild columbine, wild lupin, Virginia bluebells, but there are many other species also with tubular flowers that will help attract and support hummingbirds. So the beard tongues, foxglove beard tongue, and hairy beard tongue are great species, and besides hummingbirds, they also attract bumblebees, minor bees, mason bees, and large leaf-cutting bees. And if you come in for a second, I also have a Virginia tiger moth caterpillar hanging out on the penstemon. So lots of fun pollinator support that the beard tongues can provide. Also, turtlehead is a great species, and besides attracting hummingbirds, it's the host plant for the Baltimore checker spot butterfly, which is just absolutely gorgeous. And it also attracts bumblebees. Monkey flower is another one, and it's also the host plant for the buckeye butterfly, and it provides nectar for bumblebees. And sometimes the later instars of Baltimore checker spot butterfly, the caterpillars, will crawl from the turtlehead host plant and feed some on monkey flower if they occur in the same, wetland habitat or your rain garden. Horse mint is a great one to consider as well. A lot of people think of bee balm for pollinators. This is in the same genus, Monarda. So horse mint's very helpful, and it also provides nectar for butterfly species like the federally endangered and state-listed Carner blue butterfly. And then lastly, the vervains. Blue vervain and hoary vervain are great species to consider. They provide nectar for species like the orange sulfur and common wood nymph butterflies, in addition to hummingbirds. So there are some more species to consider putting in your landscape to support pollinators. And I just wanted to show a couple of the resources that I was using. This Raising Butterflies in the Garden is great if you want to learn more about landscaping for pollinators, by Brenda Dietzick, who's a Michigan native herself. Butterflies of Michigan is a great resource as well. Handy, has larval host plants in it. I also refer often to Wild Type Native Plant Nurseries butterfly plants handout, and there's also a list of native Michigan hummingbird plants that you can consult. So I hope that helps. Have a great pollinator week.